Good evening and welcome to an evening of Culinary Delights with Saint Lucia. Thank you so much for being here with us this evening. We really appreciate you taking the time out to want to learn a little bit more about Saint Lucia and what makes her so unique. She is the only country in the world to be named after a woman, which is why we say let her inspire you. Let her inspire you for culinary delights to visit her shores, because everybody who steps on her shores must fall in love with her. This evening will be focused on the various different culinary aspects of the island. So that for those of you who've been here with us for the last couple of weeks for these events, you would have been inspired with her romance, with her culture and heritage, and now we are going to head into her culinary delights. So my name is Nicole Compton, and I am from Saint Lucia Tourism Authority. I will be your co-host for this evening. We do have some special guests with us here as well. We have Ross Stevenson, who is the general manager at Cat Maison, and also Chef Damien from Cat Maison as well. You'll also be hearing from Caroline Trubetskoy, who is the executive director, marketing and operations of Anne Chastain and Jade Mountain. And we also have Charlotte Temple, who's the UK sales and marketing executive for Body Holiday. We do have one of our Saint Lucia experts, somebody who knows quite a lot about Saint Lucia, and she is on hand to be able to assist you if you do have any questions or any inquiries about holidays to Saint Lucia. Her name is Jogo Kentalia from Platinum Travel Lounge, and she will be in the chat box sharing her contact details with you. So make sure you take it down if you do want to visit any of the amazing properties you see here today. Now, by no means least, we do have a special guest with us today, and your host for the rest of the evening, taking over from me, will be OBE award-winning broadcaster and journalist, Miss Brenda Emmanus. She will be leading this evening after I've done a little bit of a small inspirational Saint Lucia to hopefully inspire you with some of the culinary lights we have coming up for you. Saint Lucia's cuisine is a mixture of French, British, East Indian, and African flavors. Before colonization, when the Caribs and the Arawaks occupied the island, they survived on various fruits and vegetables, which they planted and harvested, such as yams, sweet potato, dasheen, breadfruit, cassava, which is also known as ground provisions. You can find ground provisions all over Saint Lucia, especially in our Castries market, located in the capital of the island. There you're able to purchase everything that we have that they have harvested and grown on island. A trip to the Castries market is also an amazing place to find many of our spices and condiments. The island's British and East Indian influence can be seen in a variety of these spices found at the market, such as cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, allspice, and also cocoa. We definitely recommend that you take a trip down to the Castries market on your next trip to Saint Lucia for all your local fruit and vegetables, with beautifully decorated stalls and the fragrance of spices and herbs in the air. It makes every trip to the Castries market one to remember. Being surrounded by water, so there's an abundance of fresh fish and seafood available on island. The fishermen normally head out to the island head out to sea very early in the morning and return to shore with their fresh catches for the day, which is then distributed or sold to local vendors and also our restaurants in hotels and local restaurants as well. A little bit of a fun fact. Did you know that a banana takes up to 9 months to grow? Did you? If you did, definitely let us know in the comments section. St. Lucia has a rich history with bananas and banana plantations. She does serve fair trade bananas, which is also sold in Waitrose in the UK. So if you like to purchase some fair trade bananas, definitely head down to Waitrose and you'll be able to get some sweet Lucia bananas from there. Because of the island's volcanic nature, she is home to the Caribbean's only drive-through volcano. She has the rich soil which allows these crops and these fruits and vegetables to grow quite beautifully. The national dish of St. Lucia is green fig and saltfish, or also known as green bananas and saltfish. And this is a typical meal that you would get in St. Lucia and also around the island. There's often very varieties of this meal. So you may get maybe green, breadfruit and saltfish, but we do try to keep the same commodities together in terms of having some rooted vegetables that is grown on island, with also that salted cod that you can find everywhere as well. Another typical meal that you can get in Saint Lucia is a bouillon, which can be served with many different varieties of meats, from lamb, lamb neck, beef, pigtails. This is a very hearty meal, something which is quite warm, and it tends to be a favorite amongst many people visiting Saint Lucia, and also nationals as well. Another typical meal you can get is a curry chicken roti. Now, this has a lot of influence of East India with the curries and the various different spices. This is another hearty meal, but it also can be eaten as a snack meal as well. And this you can find in many of our restaurants and hotels around the island. These two items are typically paired together. This is bakes and saltfish. Again, the use of saltfish here, we do use that in very, very many different ways. And also cocoa tea. This is like our local version of hot chocolate. And we do have an amazing demonstration from Cap Maison coming up later for this dish, this meal right here. Typically, this is a breakfast dish. However, locals sometimes have it for lunch and for dinner as well. So you can technically eat it any time of day. Definitely one of my favorites. Now, the coal pot is a cooking device which is still often used today in St. Lucia to prepare and to serve many of the delicious meals. As you can see, the coal pot is made from clay, and they would add some coals to the bottom and then light that, which they would have used, and typically would be an outside form of cooking device. Another fun fact for you: did you know that there are 30 different varieties of mangoes? It is often said the shape of St. Lucia actually resembles a mango as well. So if you did know that there's 30 different shapes of mangoes, definitely let us know in the comments. May is typically the beginning of mango season, and come in later on, Anne Chastain and Jade Mante will be telling you all about their mango madness that they have during mango season. Her restaurants. Now, from fine dining to local restaurants and street food, St. Lucia has something for everybody. We'll be heading over to a local restaurant in Grosley a little bit later on, so you can get an idea of some local flair. This is a restaurant which is 140-year-old colonial wooden house which sits on 2 acres of green, lush gardens. It is also home to an art gallery by a local artist called Michelle Elliott. And as you can see from the plant pot on screen, that is actually one of her work. One of her pieces that you can actually and various other pieces you can purchase on island as well. Another restaurant which has amazing local food is the Coal Pot, which is located in Castries. This is on the waterfront of the Vici Marina. And the Coal Pot serves a large variety of seafood, from fresh snapper to fresh lobster. Anything you want, they do have it there available for you. And as you can see, for those who listened into our cultural presentation last week, Saint Lucia has a rich history with French and the British, and around the island you do see a lot of these artifacts which was left behind during the times of the battles for Saint Lucia and also the war as well. This is Big Chef Steakhouse. This is a fine dining restaurant located in the north of the island in Rodney Bay. This offers a great wine list and steaks cooked to perfection. So if you are looking for amazing steaks and you want to try some various other dining options in Saint Lucia, this is definitely one that we would recommend. Now, we have some amazing resorts which are going to be telling you all about their fine dining options coming up next. But just one resort I wanted to mention, because this resort gives you a world famous view of the Piton Mountains. This is Dachine by Ladera, located in Soufrière. And this is an amazing hotel which has an amazing menu for fine dining, and also has it has many influences of fine dining and a local flair as well. One restaurant that we do want to mention is Rabot 1745. This restaurant is located in Borough Market in London. This is the sister restaurant to Rabot 1745, which is located at the Rabot Hotel in St. Lucia. And now the Rabot Hotel is a small boutique property which sits on a old cocoa plantation, which, and at their restaurant, they have a variety of dishes, which is influenced by West Indian and British flavors. And they do also try to influence those cocoa nibs and the cacao bean in all of their meals on their menu as well. So definitely one, for those who are in London or those who visit London frequently, definitely one for you to check out. Now, Saint Lucia has an extensive range of award-winning chefs, and you'll be hearing about a few of them from some of the resorts this evening. But just one chef that we would like to mention is Chef Orlando. He won the 2020 Caribbean Chef of the Year Award by Caribbean Journal, and he was actually voted, his restaurant in Soufrière, Saint Lucia, was voted one of the 50 best restaurants in the Caribbean. So he beat out quite a lot of competition to be in that top 50. So we're very proud of him. And he really goes to show the level of culinary delight and service that Saint Lucia offers. Another award-winning chef that we want to mention is Chef Nina Compton. She's the executive chef and owner of Compère La Pen, which is located in New Orleans in the United States. Nina has won the award for Best Chef of the South in 2018. And she also competed in Top Chef season 11. She was the runner-up, but she was voted the fans' favorite. And she was definitely one of our favorites as well. We were all backing her and supporting her through that competition. Another award-winning chef that we do have is Chef Sean. He is located in New York. He was on a Food Network competition called Beat Bobby Flay, which was in 2018, and recently he was also on Chopped season 48, which aired at the end of February. The My Carib News in New York voted him as one of the 8 Caribbean American chefs that you should know about. Now, with fine dining in our local food, Saint Lucia's street food definitely gives you an amazing sense of what the island has to offer. Her street food is definitely what makes her unique. It is West Indian produce with a mix of Creole cooking techniques. You then add a touch of French flair, some British imports, and a pinch of African and Indian spices, and you get her amazing street food. A couple of places that we definitely recommend you check out when heading to Saint Lucia. The first one is the Grosley Street Party, also known as Jump Up. This typically takes place every Friday night in the town of Grosley. Unfortunately, as we are still battling through COVID times, the Grosley Street Party is currently suspended, but we are hopeful that once we're able to be able to have events in larger groups again, we'll be able to welcome everybody back to the Grosley Street Party. That is the same for the Ancillary Fish Fry, which also takes place every Friday night. Now, Ancillary is perfect for anybody who is staying on the southern western coast of the island, anywhere in Soufrière down into Marigot Bay, etc. And Grosley Jump Up is perfect for anybody in the north of the island, so anybody in Castries, Grosley, Rodney Bay, Cap Estate area. Now, I'm sure at this point you're probably wondering, how can I try and make some of these amazing St. Lucian dishes? Well, we do have food tours available on island. One of those food tours or cooking tours is Cook Like a Lucian. This gives you a hands-on opportunity to be able to try your hand at some local St. Lucian dishes. And we also have Spices Cooking Studio as well, another option perfect for you to be able to learn some techniques on cooking and be able to utilize a lot of the things that you have in your cupboard at home, or some of the fresh fruit and vegetables that you can purchase. One of my favorite things to do in St. Lucia, besides eating, is to definitely learn about chocolate and make chocolate. Now, the Rabbit Hotel, as I mentioned previously, they do have that restaurant in the UK, but on their property in St. Lucia, you can do a bean to bar experience where you can learn to make your own bar of chocolate. This is definitely an experience that I recommend for all those who love chocolate out there or just want something different out of their holiday. And that little bar of chocolate that you do produce, you're able to take it home and have it as a memorabilia of do like me and eat it before you even leave the property. I'll definitely recommend to try their visit their restaurant on property as well. As I mentioned before, everything on there is influenced with chocolate. Now, with rum, you have to have, with food, you definitely have to have rum in the Caribbean. So if you are into rum, we definitely encourage you to try some of the rums that we produce on island. You can also do a tour of the Saint Lucia distillers and learn how rum is produced and sample every bottle as well. One thing we will have to mention is definitely drink responsibly, but we encourage you to try as many as possible. My favorite is the Chairman's Reserve Spiced. It's like Christmas in a bottle. Now, thank you so much for allowing me to inspire you with a little bit of Saint Lucia's culinary delights. I will now like to hand you over to the main host for this evening, Miss Brenda Emmanus.
Hello, everyone, and a huge welcome to all you foodies, you seasoned travelers, and those of you who are contemplating their first trip to paradise. It's an absolute honor to be hosting this evening celebrating St. Lucia's Culinary Delights. And as someone who goes to the island practically just to eat, I can vouch 100%. You will not leave disappointed. I am not lying. I tell lies about my weight, about my age, but not about the quality of St. Lucian food. Now, Nicole has already given you a fast-track resume of what the island boasts, and I hope it's inched you closer to make St. Lucia your destination of choice. Now, we have a really exciting and packed program for you this evening. This is the third of our programs. We first tried to entice you into telling you how romantic the island is. Last week, we were boasting about the culture and heritage, and we had some amazing, phenomenal participants, including artists. It really was a treat. And you've joined us while we are celebrating all that's good in terms of what you put in your mouth and celebrate in terms of culinary delights on the island. Now, the food on the island, as Nicole has definitely told you, is something that I really love. And what I find is so special about it is that whole mashup of world culture. You've got West Indian produce and Creole cooking techniques. You've got a touch of French flair and je ne sais quoi. You've got some British imports and a pinch of African and Indian spice. It's all there for anyone, whatever your taste is. I can guarantee you'll find something. And if it's really that bad, there's always chips. There's always potatoes. But what Saint Lucia really does offer, I think, and what's common about it all is that A, the flavors, but also all the food is just cooked with love and passion, whether you're eating in a fine dining restaurant or you're walking and experiencing street food or at a local restaurant, or even at somebody's house. If someone invites you into their house, please go, take up the offer. Like, you know, when you go to Cuba and you roll a cigar with somebody in their house, if someone says to you on the street, come try my food, I think it's something you should not give up. Now, the thing that was also mentioned is St. Lucia is shaped like a mango. Now, we all know fruit is good for you, and St. Lucia is definitely good for you. I saw loads of people in the chat talking about how they eat mangoes in the sea and they eat mangoes in the shower. One thing, if you go to St. Lucia, you may put on weight, but you'll come back happy as heaven. So please. And the other thing I must mention, now, loads of people just go for the beach and the sun, and you might be really, really fussy when it comes to your food. Now, even in fine dining restaurants, you will find your Yorkshire puddings, you will find your curries, you will find your goat's cheese and sour bread, you will find your sticky toffee pudding, but it will all be done with class and in a unique St. Lucian way. So don't think you're going to go there and starve. You are not. You're going to find an exciting experience in terms of food, in terms of culture, in terms of the spirit of the Lucians themselves. But without further ado, I could wax lyrical about it, having tried to go back as often as possible. My parents are from there, so I've grown up on Saturday soup, I've grown up on yam and dasheen and saltfish and ackee and all of that, and rice and all those things and I've also had the wonderful pleasure of experiencing some of the finest dining ever in one small island has to offer. So I'm going to now introduce you to some experts, people who really know what they're talking about in terms of the culinary your culinary expectations when you visit this gem of an island. First up is Ross Stevenson, the general manager of Cap Maison, a stunning award-winning location in the northern part of the island. Now, it was ranked 12th out of the top 25 hotels in the Caribbean by the Leisure Travel World Best Critic Awards in 2020. Now, let me just read you a quote from a travel critic who says, "The hacienda-style Cap Maison is the classiest place to stay in the northern St. Lucia, with 2 excellent restaurants. It is the best hotel for foodies anywhere on the island. The clifftop location is also a big selling point, while the beach is a pretty cove at the bottom of a long flight of steps." Well, to tell you more about what they have to offer at the Cliff at the Cap and the Naked Fisherman restaurants, here's Ross.
Thank you very much, Brenda. And thank you for everyone for being here this evening to join us in St. Lucia. I just cannot resist showing you where I am. I'm sitting at the Cliff restaurant on a Thursday afternoon with views looking out to Martinique, and across to Pigeon Island. And this location is the home to the Clifford Cap restaurant, which Brenda alluded to. I opened the hotel 12 years ago. I've made Saint Lucia my home in the Caribbean for 20 years. And it's a special place. My background is from food and beverage, so I've always worked within the food and beverage field within hotels. And it's a passion, and I love everything to do with food, wine, and culinary. It was interesting that you mentioned Chef Sean. He was a guest chef with us a few years back, a lovely young man. And I wanted to share my screen and show you a few pictures of Cap Maison, just to give you an essence of what we're about. I won't spend too much time because it's more about the food, but I just wanted to give you a little sense where we are. So we're on the northwest coast. That's the Clifford Cap restaurant in the foreground, and there's a little light in the bottom left-hand corner, and that's a little private dining deck called Rock Maison. And you may just make out the champagne zip line that takes champagne from the bar down to the rock below. And that's the beautiful beach, Smuggler's Cove Beach, which is home to the second restaurant, The Naked Fisherman. There is a story which I can't tell today, but if you come to St. Lucia, I'll tell you privately. There's a little dining deck down below, which is open for private dining. And we're a collection of 50 rooms and suites, so a small boutique property. I love that picture of the sunset over the courtyard. And as I said, we've been in existence for 12 years. This is the kitchen brigade. This is the heart of the hotel. Craig, the gentleman in the center, has been in St. Lucia for 21 years. He's married a St. Lucian called Kissy. He has 2 girls, and he's affectionately known as the White Welsh Rastafarian bodybuilder, because he actually does bodybuilding, but a great mentor, a great leader, and a great bunch in the kitchen. That's the Clifford Cap restaurant, some terrific food, and that's the Naked Fisherman on the beach. We have 46 different food and beverage experiences. As you can see, this is my favorite room in the hotel, which is the wine cellar. And then we get up to different things. We do wine pairing, we do rum tasting, great for weddings, destination weddings, produce our own honey, produce our own rum, produce our own beer. And it's a lovely, lovely place, and I love it to bits. At this point, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to ask Nicole if she can play a short video where we will be preparing with Chef Damien a dish called saltfish bake. Thank you very much.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for joining us here at Cap Maison Saint Lucia. Cap Maison is a small boutique resort with 50 rooms and suites, and we pride ourselves on everything food and beverage. And today we're going to have Damien, one of the chefs with us at Cap Maison, is going to show you the recipe for one of the most popular dishes that we have at breakfast at the Clifford Cap. And that is saltfish bake with a cucumber salad. So I'm just going to pop around to the kitchen just to show you what Damien's going to be preparing. So we have the bakes first, which is going to be a combination of flour, yeast, bit of sugar, water. And then we're going to move then on to the saltfish. So the saltfish with the peppers and onions, some seasoning peppers, some shadow benny, which is a local herb, and some garlic. And then finally we're going to move back, and Damien's going to prepare the cucumber salad, which is cucumber, parsley, pepper sauce, salt, vinegar, and black pepper. So Damien, without further ado, work your magic.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to my kitchen. So first we're going to start off with our bakes. So in one bowl we have our dry ingredients, flour, salt, sugar, and in the other bowl we have some hot water with yeast. So we're going to mix there. So we're making the dough for our bakes. You don't need to knead them too hard.
And you just knead it until it becomes slightly dry, but not too dry and not too damp.
Yes.
Okay. And this is a very simple dish as well. It takes about 10 minutes in total to make the whole thing?
Yes.
Great.
So we're going to do our dough. And we're going to let it sit for like 10 to to 15 minutes.
That's to prove and to rise.
Yes.
Okay.
So after you proof,
Mm-hmm.
you have your finished product.
Yep.
You cut it to your desired size.
Okay. Great.
So in a hot pan,
Yep.
we're going to add some olive oil.
Great.
And we're just going to pan fry our bake.
I can tell the pan's hot. And roughly how long do they cook for, Damien?
5 to 6 minutes.
Okay. And until the golden brown each side, yeah?
Golden brown.
Okay, so that's
So
on
now-
that's on the way.
Yes. We're going to start working on our fish.
Mm-hmm. So the saltfish starts like this, the dried saltfish. In Portugal it's called bacalhau, and it became very popular in the Caribbean because it could stay without refrigeration for quite some time. And you'll see saltfish on many menus within the Caribbean.
So we're just going to add some olive oil. Get our onions, bell peppers. Put it in a pot. So we're going to allow the peppers to cook halfway through.
All right. And that'll take about 2 or 3 minutes.
Yes. We're going to add some shadow benny.
And shadow benny is a local herb. It's like cilantro, isn't it?
Yes. You could use shadow benny as a substitute for cilantro. And we're going to add our saltfish now. Some more olive oil, because you don't want it to dry.
Sure. So there's a real mixture of flavors there. There's some seasoning peppers, there's the herbs, there's the onion, there's the saltfish. And it's a relatively light dish, and for breakfast, the bakes may add a few calories, but the saltfish itself is pretty low in calorie. And you see how the bakes are going lovely golden brown.
So you just allow your saltfish, the fresh herbs, you could smell that in the pot. Very nice. And so now we're going to work on our cucumber salad. Some peeled cucumbers. Thinly chop them lengthwise.
And you haven't lost a finger yet.
Not at all. So we have our nice cucumbers.
And the cucumbers add a great freshness to the dish as well.
Yes. So we're going to add some salt.
Pinch of salt.
Yes. Some vinegar. Just not too much. We're going to add some black pepper. And our lovely hot sauce.
So that has Scotch bonnet peppers in it as well. And you can make it as hot and spicy as you want. If you don't want it too spicy, leave out that particular seasoning.
Some shadow benny again. We have some olive oil. We just mix it up nicely. Then we're going to plate our cucumbers.
That's great. Damien, just show them I noticed in the basket there you got some fresh shadow benny, which many people haven't seen before. Yes. So this is the natural
that is our
herb shadow benny, and again that's similar to cilantro.
Yes. Then we're just going to finish it off with some parsley. So back to our saltfish.
And you can see how quick this dish is.
Yeah.
And Damien, this is mostly used as a breakfast dish.
Yes. So we're gonna finish off our bakes. So we just rub it off with some garlic butter.
You've got to have garlic butter.
Yes. Just rub it on the bottom.
You're getting them friendly.
Yes. There we go. So this is our finished product, cucumber salad. roast bakes, and our sauteed saltfish.
And I have to admit, Damien, this is one of my favorite breakfasts in the Caribbean.
So then we're going to finish off, just to complete our local dish, we're going to finish off with some local cocoa tea.
So that's made with a cocoa stick, we add some milk and a bit of sugar. And there you have it, Cap Maison's famous breakfast of saltfish bakes and salad of cucumber. Damien, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please wish our friends back in the UK a great day.
Yes, have a great day and hope to see you guys soon.
Thank you very much. And that's it from Cap Maison's Villa Kitchen. We hope to see you shortly. Thank you.
So that hopefully gives you a flavor of Cap Maison and the two restaurants, the Clifford Cap and the Naked Fisherman. Brenda, any questions from you?
Yes, firstly, let me say that's just made me so hungry. It makes scrambled eggs and toast look so sad as a breakfast. It's absolutely extraordinary. Sad thing though, also, when I try to recreate it at home, my bakes never come out like that. They're always lifeless. I think because they're not at home. I've worked that out now. They need sunshine, they need good energy, and they need a solid plate of saltfish next to them.
I'll send you Damien.
Yes, please. I wouldn't say no. That said, though, let me ask you some questions. What I was particularly interested in is all the dishes seem to be inspired and promoting local produce. Why is that so important to you?
When I first came to St. Lucia, I saw the abundance of produce, and it's unlike you'd get back home in Waitrose or Tesco's. Nothing is perfect, nothing is perfectly shaped, but the taste is absolutely fantastic. And the real farm to table probably started in St. Lucia. We are 30 miles by 14 miles, and the vast majority of produce come to us from the island. The local providers come with their pickup trucks full of produce, and the chef would go and pick what he's looking for that particular day. So there is an abundance. We're blessed to have a fantastic volcanic soil where you can put something into the ground and it grows. So we like to take full advantage of that.
And do you feel that when visitors come to the island, they are enthusiastic about trying authentic native cuisine, or do you feel that they have to be encouraged?
No, I think they are enthusiastic. Nicole mentioned about the Grizzly Jump Up. The Jump Up is about music, it's about street scenes, but it's also great local food. And the visitors to the island will go down there and have a light little snack and try things perhaps that they haven't tried before. I think most people when they travel want to discover something that they haven't tried before. So yes, you do have the international restaurants, but you do have a wide range of wonderful local restaurants and street food, which I think is important.
And we're all desperately trying to make ourselves healthier or more conscious of the environment. Have you had to evolve with consumer consciousness and adapt your own menus and ways of working?
Yeah, I think that's right. I think if we looked at our menu, probably 85% is local. There are certain things that you just can't get because we don't have them in the islands. For example, shrimp. Everyone loves shrimp, but shrimp is a cold water fish, shellfish. So there's things like that you just physically can't get here. And everything is beautifully seasonal. So we don't have lemons year round. We don't have limes year round. So sometimes we've got to look at alternatives for that as well. But as far as possible, we like to use local. And as I said before, local produce tastes fantastic. It's not messed around with. Chemicals aren't added. It just grows in the trees and we pick it.
Now you teased us a little bit about the unique experiences that you can have on there. Tell us a bit more about the champagne zip wire and Rock Maison.
Just where I'm sitting there, the champagne zip line links the bar to the area down below called Rock Maison. So Rock Maison is a private dining deck, so the champagne gets zipped down there, but it also takes engagement rings as well. Quite a number of engagements down on the rock. Everyone said yes so far. It's a 100% record.
They said yes because they know they're going to eat bakes afterwards, probably, to celebrate. Ross, thank you very much. I think you've certainly done your bit to tempt people to come to the island just to eat.
Come
Well,
on down. Lockdown soon over.
I think you've certainly done your bit there. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Now, our next guest and resort may need no introduction to those of you who happen to see the BBC programme Amazing Hotels Beyond the Lobby. Jade Mountain was featured and the whole programme dedicated to its outstanding history, architecture, and of course its food. Now, because it's such an awe-inspiring location, it boasts some amazing culinary offerings. And to tell us more about both Jade Mountain and its sister resort, Anne Chastanet, and their famous sustainable Caribbean cooking program, I'd like to introduce Caroline Trubetskoy, Executive Director of Marketing.
Thank you, Brenda, and hi, everyone. Pleasure to be here today. Let me share my screen and bring a little bit of Anne Chastanet and Jade Mountain to you. You can see my screen, all good?
Yes.
Fantastic. So we are located in the southwest corner of Saint Lucia near our famous Piton Mountains. And my husband Nick and I own 2 properties there, Anne Chastanet and Jade Mountain. We're in a beautiful 600-acre estate with 2 beaches. And here's just a little taste of what Anne Chastanet feels like. It has 49 rooms. We have really operated sustainably before that even, I would say, became a term in the industry. Everything, we try to keep as much economic benefit as possible in the region. A lot of our furnishings are made in the region. Jade Mountain, you have just heard from Brenda, was recently featured on the BBC program. There's 29 sanctuaries there that are famous for the open wall concept with private infinity pools. Beautiful 2 beaches with crystal clear waters, excellent for snorkeling and scuba diving, as you can see here. And we have fabulous restaurants at our resorts that our guests can enjoy. We give you a lot of choices, everything from seafood inspired in our Balaou restaurant, Balaou being the Creole word for a little fish. And we also have amazing produce coming from our own farm, Emerald Farm. You'll see a little bit about that in a while. I want to mention that Brenda talked a little bit about the history, and you know, we had to build up really strong linkages with farmers and fishermen to sort of get the produce we wanted. And I think it's important that this dialogue has taken place because it's really helped us to shape our for some reason, like our cuisine. We also have an entirely vegan restaurant, again, with fantastic produce coming from the farm. And now we're going to take a look at Emerald Farm. And we are going to focus, first of all, on mangoes, because as you have heard, we have started the mango season. Uh-oh, sorry for that. Let me start again. So I'm trying to turn the sound down a little bit. Let me see if I can do this. So you see the culinary team checking and picking mangoes. There is over 30 different kinds of mangoes in Saint Lucia. Our favorite ones is Graham mango, mango long, and Julie mango. And you see they have a special tool here to get the mangoes off the tree. And we're literally going mad when it's mango season because there's a lot of mango to pick. That's back in the kitchen now, and I think the chefs are going to make for you today mango chutney. For that, they like to use green mangoes, and they use garlic and onion and peppers, salt, sugar. That's the green mango, finely chopped, different spices. So that was a little bit of an excursion into mango chutney. We do a lot of different culinary events through the year. We also have visiting chefs. Our most famous one is, I would say, the Mango Madness, because everything to do with mango is being celebrated on property. We also have a Spices of the Caribbean and Chocolate Festival and other types of events. If you like mango, Mango Madness is definitely the time to come. We have mango-inspired cocktails. We have mango facials in the spa. And it goes on, and you can buy mango jam, mango chutney in our boutiques. So now we're going to take a look at our cocoa, and of course our guests can visit the farm. We also do cooking classes at the farm. We have our own beekeeper there. There is a lot of different resort culinary events that our guests can partake in, not just at the farm, but we also do, for example, chocolate sensory tastings on property. We do farm-to-table vegan cooking classes. We do chocolate and wine tastings, rum tastings, you name it. We even do a Caribbean beach tandoori cooking class because, as I mentioned, we have an East Indian Saint Lucian restaurant. Now we're going to take a quick look at our chocolate making, which I should mention, we were the first resort that started making fine chocolate on the island, and we could inspire a group of artisanal chocolate makers to come and make chocolate also.
Welcome to Nick Trebetskoy's Emerald Estate in Saint Lucia. We're hands-on in the Grove, where our bean-to-bar organic chocolate begins. Growing in rich volcanic soil, we select and harvest only the ripest and best tasting fruit. Our chocolate formula includes a blend of several unique cacao beans, including the rich and intensely tropical tasting criollo bean. The pods are cracked open by hand with an experienced saber to release the ambrosia of lush, fruity beans. They are then poured into fermentation boxes and covered with banana leaves to develop the signature flavor of Emerald Estate. Naturally dried in the hot Caribbean sun, each day the beans are turned by hand. To ensure only the finest tasting chocolate, we hand select through the finished cocoa beans before collecting them into sacks and transporting to our chocolate lab, where the true alchemy of our Emerald Estate organic bean-to-bar chocolate takes place.
So that was a little foray in our chocolate making. So when guests come to the farm, they understand that chocolate does indeed grow on trees. First, they see the cocoa trees, then we show them the harvesting process, the fermenting and the roasting of the chocolate. And then they can go to the chocolate laboratory at Shade Mountain and learn how to make their own chocolate bar, which is a very popular activity on property. If you don't like to eat chocolate, you can drink it. We have a chocolate infused stout beer, which is also part now of our own craft beer distillery, which is just opened. And if that isn't good enough, we have in the spa chocolate body wraps, chocolate facials, you name it. And so you can't really escape chocolate when you are staying with us. So now you have seen that we have an excellent scuba diving program. And one of the fun things you can do is to learn how to catch lionfish. Now, lionfish are an invasive species, and the best thing you can do is eat them to beat them. And so when you come to Anne Chastanet, if you're a certified diver, or if you're not, we can teach you how to dive, but then we can also teach you a specialty, how to catch the lionfish. And then the chef makes an amazing theme dinner from a 5-course lionfish dinner with wine pairing that you can enjoy in the beautiful setting of our Ansmamin Beach. Our consulting chef, Alan Sousa, is now taking you through a little bit of the process of catching lionfish and preparing a special meal for you.
Notorious and delicious, lionfish are devastating the coastal waters of the Caribbean. Local divers catch this invasive species to save the reefs. Being venomous, care must be taken. A few simple clips and cuts is about all it takes to reveal the sweet, briny, white flesh. I'm preparing a ceviche from my new cookbook, Green Fig and Lionfish. Let's start by dicing the lionfish, then drizzle with fresh lime juice. Add thinly sliced, colorful sweet peppers to add a nice crunch. But the secret ingredient of this ceviche is exotic Saint Lucian seasoning peppers. They add so much aromatics. Sliced red onions are enhanced with freshly picked cilantro and seasoned with Caribbean sea salt and a squeeze of lime. Then I mix together the lionfish. Staying local, I use green coconut, chopped open with a machete that reveals a natural bowl. This outstanding ceviche is finished with a drizzle of olive oil. Come get your lionfish at Jade Mountain in St. Lucia.
So that was our chef, Alan. He has been with us since Jade Mountain was opened in 2007. He is our consulting chef and has really done a great job inspiring our culinary team. And the food is certainly a highlight when you come and stay with us. There's 2 cookbooks that are available on Amazon, Green Fig and Lionfish, and also Jade Mountain Gastronomy. And that was our presentation, and I'm ending it with our chef, Elijah Jules, who is the chef de cuisine at Jade Mountain and very popular and often goes out to represent us overseas. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Carolyn. That was so insightful. I must ask you, you have such amazing quality chefs and innovative chefs. Do you literally go scouting for them?
You know, I must honestly tell you that a lot of local chefs want to work for us because we can really take them to another level of excellency. The team is fantastic, and at the same time, like Chef Elijah has been with us for many years, so we're also very proud that the team stays with us for a long time, and that we just have been able to really fine tune what we offer, and it's fun to work with them every day.
Now, I'm sure I'm not the only one. When I first saw the whole lionfish story, I found it absolutely fascinating. Is it a problem around the whole of the island?
You know, funnily enough, we all were very worried when lionfish finally reached the Eastern Caribbean because it started up in the Northern Caribbean, but this fish is just indestructible. The fish doesn't have natural enemies in Caribbean waters. But thank goodness the flesh tastes so well that I think we're doing an excellent job in St. Lucia catching these things and eating them so that they haven't really had a negative effect on the reefs.
Which brings me nicely sort of to my next question, because I don't know if I've ever tasted it, and I've been to St. Lucia a lot and eaten a lot, but what does it taste like? It seems quite a versatile fish.
It's, I'm trying to describe it. It is a moist fish, and it also has a very nice consistency. So it is just the right firmness to really enjoy biting into it. And it is very versatile. When we do the theme dinners, we do a lionfish ceviche, which is my favorite, and it lends itself really well. And then we're doing also something crazy like a lionfish pepper pot, because, you know, pepper pot being one of the traditional dishes, but it's usually done with beef. And so here we basically do it with the lionfish and put it in sauce. So it's all very nice, and you can use the lionfish in a great many ways.
So for obvious reasons, a lot of the chefs and a lot of the restaurants are hugely versatile with fish. What if you're a big meat eater? Is there something for you?
No, we offer meat, but I would say, like Ross said, not everything is necessarily available on the island. So I think the meat we mostly import. We import our lamb, we import our beef, but our pork we can buy locally, and of course chicken. So that's what we would get locally. And as I said during the presentation, it was really, really interesting. 20 years ago, I think, everything seemed to be frozen, and the chefs always said, well, there's only so much we can do in St. Lucia because we don't have the produce we need. And then we brought in a very young chef who within a few months was able to build up a completely new dialogue with the farmers, you know, introducing the sort of microgreens, new spices, and everything grows in St. Lucia. And it's just the farmers were mostly focused on carrots and cabbage and, you know, tomatoes perhaps. But so now you start a dialogue, say, well, can you try and grow this? And then the same with the fishermen, you just, you know, say, well, I'd like the fish to be coming not frozen. And so I think that was all very important, not just for us, but for everyone on St. Lucia to be able to raise raise that standard and that culinary excellence.
Both you and Ross have demonstrated the remarkable quality of the dining that's available in Saint Lucia. How do you maintain that level of I guess creativity in a way, because you do present food as an art form? How do you go about researching and keeping your standards up? What's the method?
I think that everybody that works in our culinary team is inspired and wants to excel and come up with new ideas. I mean, when I personally go to our resorts to have dinner there, what always amazes me, the menus hardly ever repeat themselves. There's always something new, and everybody is very creative. And I really feel that I think our chefs have this, like, I always like to say Caribbean cuisine was practically now reborn with this new generation of chefs that have been trained professionally and that, you know, want to bring their own, I would say, talent to doing something new with the produce that's available. So we're in a very exciting time in the Caribbean, and it's in Lucia by having our chefs really say, well, I can do something different with this produce. So it's great.
Now, I haven't been able to keep up with the chat because it's been moving rather fast, but I know there was a lot of discussion about mangoes and when's mango season and when's the best time to come and experience mangoes or the festival. Can you just enlighten us on there?
So the mango season has just started. As a matter of fact, when I leave my office, you'll be very jealous. I have at least 12 mango trees in the garden. And I mean, a mango fell on my head yesterday, so it's not without danger. So the mangoes are getting ready to be harvested. So right now, in the next few weeks, is a perfect time to come. But Ross helped me a little bit. Usually there's another season later on. I think we have like 2 mango seasons in Saint Lucia. It happens again around October. So it's really...
yeah, that's right. That's right, Carolyn. And
October,
again,
right?
yeah, correct.
So it's really a fun time to be here. I did a presentation last week and we made a mango facial with just very simply mixing our own honey with mango pulp and a little bit of almond oil. And that was also a fun presentation where I ended up with mango all over my face.
Now, if you have special dietary requirements, is it better as a visitor to let you know in advance, or you can deal with all these things as they come?
I keep joking that there's hardly any guest left that doesn't seem to have a long list of dietary requirements, but the chefs are very good at it. I mean, first of all, of course, the vegan restaurant helps us a lot, but we also have gluten-free dishes and really chefs are very good here. They can really cater to our guests' specific requests.
I can certainly vouch for that. Thank you very much, Carolyn.
It was a pleasure.
So having been to Jade Mountain myself, I remember the thing that got me most was that jaw-dropping vista when you first arrived there. It's like, for me, all I can remember now that I've seen the film Black Panther, it's like walking into Wakanda. That's why I try to explain it to my friends. It's out of this world. But the food, I think I spent more time taking pictures of the food than I did eating it, because it is absolutely beautiful to see, as were the bakes when I went to Ross's place. So now he's got to send me that recipe. But we move on to a place where I actually remember going with my sister, because I go to St. Lucia as often as possible, and we've got family there, so we've been going since we were kids. But I remember when I started to go on holiday on my own, and I went with my sister to this next resort, I cried because I didn't want to leave. That's how pathetic I was at the time. And if you've been there yourself, you'll know why. The body holiday boasts that it has one bold promise, and that is that you give us your body for a week and we'll give you back your mind. And they do their very best to look after your body. It's a well-being and spa resort. But what they also do is give you this most extraordinary food. It's the best way I kind of describe it. It's like, well, to say, I guess it's Champneys in the Caribbean. It may well do this service because it's a very unique brand in its own. But they pay as much attention to your body as they do as the food that you put in it to destroy. So if you're going to eat well, eat there, because they'll make sure that you work it out after. But to enlighten you even further and with more finite detail than I can give you, let's hand over to Charlotte Temple.
Thank you very much, Brenda. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. I'm just going to share my screen now. Okay. Okay, so I'm here to talk to you tonight about Body Holiday in Saint Lucia. So we are located in the north of the island, and as Brenda was saying, give us your body for a week and we'll give you back your mind. So our hotel, we are a wellness hotel, and one of our 4 pillars of wellness is is food. So let me just get you started now with a short video on the hotel.
Welcome to the West Indies. Welcome to St. Lucia. And welcome to Body Holiday. Now, amazing things happen when you introduce your body to your mind. Body Holiday is the world's best vacation of health and well-being. Body Holiday aims to change people's lives one person at a time. Throw your mind, body, and spirit into a fabulous beach vacation atop a personalized program of wellness and discovery to experience a transformational journey made just for you. It's the world's only resort to combine the pleasures of an active beach vacation along with body treatment, activities, and the opportunity to acquire skills and insights that will enhance the rest of your life. Can you imagine a place that enables you to feel better and enjoy long-term gain? In the absence of judgment, it's time for reflection and change. Body Holiday is an experience that leads to an enhanced quality of life, an inspired place where you can seize the opportunity to live your best life. It's a journey that we designed as an antidote to the pressures of modern day life. Body Holiday includes everything you could imagine, and nothing that detracts from our promise to our guests. Give us your body for a week, and we'll give you back your mind.
So I don't know about anyone else, but I'm now very hungry and very jealous I'm not in St. Lucia. So I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the food offerings we have at Body Holiday. So in the video, obviously you saw some snippets of our Ital restaurant, some of our other restaurants, and obviously all the food and drink we have on offer at the hotel. So dining at Body Holiday is designed around our concept of wellness and food are there for each other and to discover delicious cuisine that combines a healthy diet with some indulgence. So it's the best of both worlds at Body Holiday. At our hotel, we have 6 restaurants and 3 bars. Included in the restaurant offerings is our new wellness cafe. So the wellness cafe offers everything you could ever want. It's open sort of daily, and we do offer sushi, sandwiches, light bites, smoothies, things like that. So it's more of a healthy place to go. So after you've been to the gym and done your exercises, this is a great place to go. Tao is one of our fine dining restaurants, and it is Asian fusion. So you can go here to experience lovely sushi. Our chefs are very, very well trained, and the food there is absolutely excellent. The Pavilion is one of the places to go where you get the best of both worlds. So it serves fresh salads, but it also has a fresh pizza oven as well. So you can go down there and get a fresh pizza. And Caribou Windows is a fine dining restaurant. So at this restaurant, we can have a 12-course paired dining menu. So you can pair your wine with your food. And the menus do rotate. And we also have a chef's special menu here. At Body Holiday, we have guests that do come with lots of different dietary requirements. So we can cater for almost any dietary requirement. All of our meals are obviously made fresh and everything. So if you find that you don't like a certain ingredient, all of our dishes can be adapted to suit what you'd like. As well as food, obviously drinking is very important as well. So here we have some of our bars. The top left one is our piano bar, where you can grab a classic martini. This bar is open daily, and it's open till the last guest leaves as well. There's a couple of pictures here of our clubhouse bar, which is the centre of resort. So as food and drink is very important at Body Holiday, this is located in the heart of the resort. And we find that people tend to meet here for a drink after they've been to classes or spa treatments. And we also serve an afternoon tea here daily as well. So it's a great place to meet and catch up, because food is obviously very social. Finally, in the bottom corner, we do have our wine salon, where you can go and taste wines. We do have wine tasting included, and learn all about good wines. So one of the newest experiences at Body Holiday is our ITAL Conscious Eating Restaurant. So I'm just going to show you a short video on that now.
Your ITAL experience begins by exploring an organic Rastafari garden. As we journey through, we learn about and taste the exotic and indigenous herbs and fruits. The continuous cool breeze welcomes you to the open-air restaurant and ITAL kitchen. The food is picked and prepared in front of you. Each course is a journey through the flavors of the Caribbean and healing for the mind, body, and soul.
Charlotte, would you mind if I just jumped in there just for a quick second?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because I've been to the ITAL restaurant twice, and it's an absolutely fabulous experience. Everything's grown on property. Your chef there, Juliana, is absolutely a wonderful person. She looked after me and my guests on 2 occasions, and each occasion it was just very, very well done. So definitely worth a visit if you're visiting Saint Lucia.
Oh, thank you very much, Ross. Thank you.
You're right.
So yeah, the ITAL restaurant is based around the Rastafarian diet, and it's thought that being a vegetarian is to be closer to the universe's energy and life force, and to avoid bringing death to God's creature. So it's both spiritual and healthy. ITAL is a great way to give yourself a boost. So you can see here some of the pictures. So as Ross was saying, we have our own organic garden at Body Holiday. So guests can go up and you pick all of the ingredients yourself, and then you head up to the restaurant itself with the chef, and you all sit down together and prepare all of the food in front of you. So it's all done yourself. You get to learn a little bit more about the ingredients and how to prepare them, and then you all sit down together and dine together. Here is one of the sample menus of ITAL. So as you can see, we do rotate these depending on what's in season, because obviously we do get everything from our garden on resort. So it really does vary as to what time of year you travel. So ITAL is nestled away behind Caribou Valley amongst the trees. The experience itself is about 3 hours long, and that's from sort of start to finish when you go up there. Usually starts around 11 o'clock in the morning. So it's more of an actual experience than just sitting down and having dinner. The experience itself, it's not included in the all-inclusive at Body Holiday, but it is $60 per person. So it's very reasonable to have your meal and this whole experience as well. So please do come to Body Holiday and give us your body for a week, and we will give you back your mind.
Thank you very much, Charlotte. You can have my body for 3 months if you want, by the look of it.
Thank you, Brenda.
The Ital restaurant is a really inspired concept. Can you tell us how long has it been open, and what moved you in that direction, considering the plethora of offerings you already have?
So Ital has been open since 2018, I believe now. It's fairly new. Obviously, we've had our organic garden there for a long time because we like to try and have as much local produce as we can. But it's something unique, and we felt that because Body Holiday is such an experienced hotel, it's something that really fits in well because guests do get to experience it as well as sit down and enjoy it.
I think from what you said, food is as much a priority for you as our well-being. But most of us, we kind of diet to go so we can fit into bikini. But when you go on to holiday, a lot of the time it is about indulgence, isn't it? It's about overeating, overdrinking, all of that. Do you feel people make you feel guilty when they come to the body hall? How do you avoid that how do you get that balance of getting people to really enjoy the food and not feel, that they're being dictated because everyone around them is body beautiful?
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, at Body Holiday, there is so much going on. So you will spend your day doing activities, exercise classes, spa treatments. So you really do get the most out of your day. And then the evenings, you have your meals, and the meals are very balanced. You can have a very healthy dish if you want to, or you can go down the cake and the pizza aisle. There's nothing wrong with that. But nobody's judged. It's absolutely down to your own wellness journey. So if wellness is sitting on the beach with a cocktail, that's fine. But if it is the other side of it where you want to do the activities, that's fine as well. So it's all about your own personal wellness.
And what's your particular favorite as a culinary experience when you're there? What would you personally like?
It's very hard to choose between Tao and Caribou Windows because the paired dining experience, tasting menu at Caribou Windows is excellent. It's like nothing I've ever had before, but also the food at Tao. The food at the hotel in general is absolutely stunning, as it is throughout the whole of the island. Everything is made from scratch. The chefs are so well trained, and there's always such a variety. You do never get the same menu twice.
It's a bit of it's not a tricky question, but it's an impulsive question. And do you think there's something unique about Saint Lucia that attracts chefs of that quality, or restaurants that want to experiment with food in that way? What is it about Saint Lucia as an island, do you think, that affords you to be inspired to create such great food?
I think it's probably because there is so much on offer there. Everything is very locally grown, and the chefs on island do like to work with what they've got rather than importing stuff. So especially at Body Holiday, everything is, they want to have as much from the island as they can. So the chefs get creative and work with what they've got. So I think that's probably why it's come out with such amazing dishes.
Now, while we're speaking of fine dining, I mean, this is a tough time for the whole of the travel industry. Would you be still encouraging people to start thinking about booking now? What is the situation for you guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Body Holiday, we are ready to welcome guests, and I think everyone on the island is ready to welcome people back. St. Lucia has just been very accommodating to everything going on. A lot of the hotels have great protocols in place, as well as the island's protocols for entry and things like that. So it's all very safe. They're doing everything they can. It's just a case of, I think, wait it out until we can actually get back on that plane.
Well, hopefully May, June, we'll have a
Fingers
go from
crossed.
amber to green.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Charlotte.
Thank you, Brenda.
Beautiful restaurants with fine dining are not the only way to experience great food in St. Lucia. If you want a truly authentic experience, then you've got to eat like a Lucian. And whether that's going to a local restaurant or a street party, well, here's Nicole to give you some ideas on how you can do just that. Nicole.
Thank you, Brenda. Now I'm going to brag a little bit. I've actually eaten at all of the fine dining restaurants you've heard from today, and I can't stress how amazing they are. But one thing I do like to do, as Brenda says, I love to eat like a local. And one of my favorite places is Golden Taste restaurant in Grosley. You get the most amazing fresh local food paired with the most local fresh local juices as well, whether it's lime juice, guava juice, mango juice, soursop, golden apple juice. So everything there is freshly made on the same day, and it's just an amazing atmosphere. And you've got the amazing view of Grosley as well, and the Pigeon Island Beach. But let me not tell you too much. Let's head over to Golden Taste in Grosley and let's see what's on the menu today.
We have a succulent barbecue ribs we have on the menu every day as well, and it comes as a meal. Sometimes we serve it with fries, whichever you prefer. Every day, it's very nice, it's tasty, and it's one of the tourist favorite barbecue spirits. Here we have the red snapper. We serve it as a full meal. It's a meal we have every day, and you can have it as well with whatever you prefer. If it's just salad and veg, or rice and provision, anything you want it with, you got it. Whatever fish we have on island for the day, whether it's dorado or tuna fish, that's what we do. If you want it fried, you get it fried or grilled, and we serve it as a meal as well, and whatever you want serve with it, we have it there ready for you to go. It's our lamb leg bouillon. We do that every Wednesday. It goes very well. It's one of our number one meals. So thank you for visiting us, and I'm sure whenever you come over to the Golden Taste restaurant, we are ready for you. You get tasty food, and thank you very much for visiting us.
And that was Chef Joan at Golden Taste Restaurant in Grosley. So when you are in St. Lucia, definitely head over to Golden Taste and ask for Chef Joan and tell her that Nicole from St. Lucia Tourism Authority sent you. She'll definitely look after you and let you try everything that they've got that day. I will confess, I'm actually a little bit greedy. Last time I was there, I did have a bouillon as a starter, and then I had a spare ribs meal as well. I did take the rest of the spare ribs home, but I just wanted to try everything. So I decided to opt for 2 meals. So definitely do that if you want to be like me and try everything that we have on Ireland. Now, thank you so much for staying with us, for being here today, and just for staying till near the end. We're nearly done. We do have 6 amazing prizes to give away now. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask a couple of questions. I've got 6 questions I'm going to ask. And the first person to put the correct answer in the chat box will be the winner of that prize. If you have won a prize, yes, get your fingers ready at the keyboard. If you have won a prize already, we do ask that you don't enter again to give somebody else a chance. We want to get as many winners as possible. So is everybody ready? Can I see yes, I'm ready in the chat box? So
before you do that, do you want me to run through the prizes very quickly?
Yes, please.
There's a box of hotel chocolates, a bottle of Chairman's Reserve rum, a chocolate cookbook, a box of Mossyman Sancerre, courtesy of Body Holiday, and 3 nights for 2 adults at Cap Maison Mama.
We do have one more prize, Brenda. We do have, yes, we have 3 nights for 2 at Anne Chasney on the all-inclusive. So we've got 2 hotel accommodation stays available. Very exciting.
How exciting. And thank you very much to the partners for putting those forward. What exciting prizes.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so for the first prize of a box of Hotel Chocolat chocolates, the question is, what is the name of the Rabba Hotel restaurant located in Borough Market in London? We're looking for a winner. Oh,
Jackie Joseph. Oh, hang on.
We've got a winner, and the first person was?
Actually, it's Vanette Thomas. She said Rabot 1745, so that is the correct name
I can
of
see her
the
jumping up in the
restaurant.
corner of my screen. Chocolate
Yes,
are on
it
its way
is.
to you, my darling.
That's for next, Thomas.
Congratulations. Congratulations. You are our first winner.
Celebrate my
So moving
birthday,
on
Gavin.
to prize number. Oh, well done. Moving on to prize number 2. This is for a bottle of Chairman's Reserve rum. The question for this prize is, where can you purchase St. Lucia's fair trade bananas in the UK? Hopefully you'll all be heading over there tomorrow.
Oh,
Very quick.
oh gosh, that's very fast. That is Marcia Swanson with Waitrose.
Yes, perfect. Congratulations, Marcia. You'll be getting a bottle of Chairman's Reserve rum, making its way over to you.
And a bunch of bananas from Waitrose.
Thank you so much.
We'll
Thank
see
you.
what we can do. Congratulations. Thank you for being here. Okay, moving on to prize number 3. This is for a chocolate cookbook, courtesy. This is a Hotel Chocolat chocolate cookbook. So it has some of their various different recipes that you can try at home. And the question for this prize is, where in St. Lucia is Golden Taste Restaurant located?
Oh, yes, we have a winner.
We do have a winner.
It is, sorry for if I butcher your name, Fatima Rajar. Fatima Rajar.
Fatima Rajar, you're still on? Congratulations. You have just won yourself a chocolate cookbook from Hotel Chocolat.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okie dokie. We still have a few more prizes, so get your fingers ready. This is for a case of Mosselman Sancerre wine, courtesy of the Body Holiday. If anybody wants to share a bottle of wine from the case with me, I can send my details to you after.
Me too.
The question for the 4th prize is, what is the name of the farm to table experience at Body Holiday?
Oh,
straight in.
It is Karina Buckley Ital.
Yes, Karina Buckley, congratulations. You've just won yourself a case of wine.
That's brilliant. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Very much.
So now we're moving on to our first set of accommodation stays. This is for 3 nights for 2 people. So if you do want to take me, I'm available at Cap Maison on the all-inclusive package. The question for this prize is, what is the name of the fine dining restaurant at Cap Maison? This is where Ross was sat when he introduced himself to us.
Shit, I can't remember.
Okay, it's Claire Williams.
Somebody did.
Yes. Congratulations, Claire Williams. The answer is the Cliff at Cap. You have won yourself 3 nights for 2 at Cap Maison in Saint Lucia on the all-inclusive. And last but not least, we have one more prize left. This prize is for 3 nights for 2, all-inclusive at Anne's Chassenay. Are we all ready for the last question? And the last question is, what is the name of the organic farm owned by Anne Chassenay and Jade Mountain? We're quite close. What is the name of the organic farm owned by Anne Chassenay and Jade Mountain?
Aha, the owner.
You have a winner.
Oh no, beg your pardon. It is Fiona, Emerald Farm.
Yes, it is Fiona. The answer is Emerald Farm. Congratulations, Fiona. You have just won yourself 3 nights for 2 on the all-inclusive package at Anne's Chassenay.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for all the winners today. And we will be contacting you after the event to get your details to be able to send over that prize to you. And I would like to now hand it back over to Brenda, who will end the evening.
Thank you very much. What amazing prizes. It was certainly worth hanging on in there, wasn't it, till the end? So we really do appreciate you, A, joining us, and B, hanging on to hear what our amazing panelists had to say about the culinary delights in St. Lucia. I genuinely hope that you have been enlightened. I am biased. Both my parents are from St. Lucia, so I will wax lyrical about this beautiful place, shaped like a mango, absolutely brilliant and good for your health, your spirit, everything. So yeah, bias on my side, even as a BBC ex-correspondent. But we do have one more of these fabulous evenings. I know we're taking a little break for Easter. Is that correct, Nicole? And
Yes,
can you just remind me of the final theme in case people want to get ready and put it in their diaries?
Yes, on Thursday, the 6th of April, it will be an evening of wellness with Saint Lucia.
Oh, there you go. You had a little hint of it today with the body holiday, and obviously a lot of it in terms of the colouring nights that to be expected. So we'll be deep diving into how you can have a healthy holiday on this amazing island. So thank you once again. That's the 6th of April. Do join us then. We'd love to have you, and I'm sure we'll have some kind of a prize to entice you at the end. It's been great having the last 3 evenings with you. We've had a lot of people taking part. St. Lucia is an extremely popular island, and now if you didn't know, you certainly know now why that is. Is there any other notes that we have to give apart from saying thank you very much for joining us? Those of you that learned a bit of patois with us last week, hope you had a bon temps ici. We'll see you again on the 6th of April. Enjoy your prizes, those of you that have won. I think whoever won the holidays have probably fallen off their seats and screaming to go and book right now. Let's all keep our fingers crossed that things are going to change and we come out of this crazy madness that's locking us inside our houses and having to connect with each other on Zoom. Our travel industry really do need our support. The islands need the support. We need holidays. We need a break. We need to enjoy these amazing places and the amazing food and offerings and experiences that are out there. So let's hope this terrible pandemic leaves us and we can just go and party and enjoy ourselves. Thank you to the whole St. Lucia Tourism Authority team for pulling all of this together. It's no mean feat to put on something like this. So we appreciate that all of you've done. So if you're not hungry, I certainly am. I'm not going to be eating bakes and saltfish or tofu. I don't know what. It'll probably be some pasta. I don't even know what's in the cupboard. But I'm truly inspired to at least go and try something exotic. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, the rest of your week, and see you back here on the 6th of April. Goodbye.
Thanks, Brenda. Thanks,
everyone.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Brenda. Thank you,
Bye, everyone.
Brenda, thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks everyone for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.